For all its inconveniences, Lang was satisfied with life in the high-rise.
High-rise. Anyone who watches my videos, I mean all two of them, know that I have my love for superhero films. They're fun, enjoyable, most of them, and at the end of the day, harmless as long as they don't insult your intelligence level. But sometimes I also like to watch a film that challenges me, excites me in a different kind of way, makes me believe that filmmaking as an art form is excelling and creating new ways to present a narrative. And that's where High-Rise comes in, and oh boy, am I happy I saw this film. High-Rise is a new quasi-sci-fi British film directed by the filmmaker Ben Wheatley. The film is based on the 1970s book by J.G. Ballard and has a distinctive look to it as well. High-Rise has had a strange impact on me, and I had to watch it twice just to comprehend what the film wanted to tell me. And believe me, it's very unlikely you'll catch everything in the first viewing of it. High-Rise is the story of Dr. Robert Lang, played by Tom Hiddleston, who has recently moved to the 25th floor of a luxurious apartment skyscraper, a building that could provide with every satisfactory need you can imagine, from supermarkets to gyms to swimming pools and so on. Soon after moving in, he befriends the apartment's residents, who are noticeably segregated into low and high societies. Among them is the enigmatic architect of the building, played by Jeremy Irons. But things aren't what they seem, as the residents soon fall under utter chaos, destroying the very fabric it was built upon. High-Rise is a film that is obviously flawed, but yet you cannot look away from a sheer brilliance and artistry behind it. Every visual, every frame is captivating. The architecture of the building alone is enthralling to say the least. Although each scene does not necessarily tie into one another, the images would definitely linger on within you as months pass by. And that's what a good film should do. There's a very odd moment in the film where Tom Hiddleston's character is seen dancing in the hallway with a group of air hostesses. And while I'm still not sure if that was a dream sequence or real, the visuals just drive me insane by how beautiful they look. Speaking of Hiddleston, he is fantastic in this film. He plays the perfect observer in this decadent lifestyle of High-Rise, but somehow also maintains a character of his own. He can only be pushed so far till he also reacts back just with his pure animal instinct. Oh yeah, he is also semi-nude in some scenes, so something for the ladies?
I'm so sorry.
I'll survive.
I don't doubt it. You're an excellent specimen.
But apart from the visuals, the film sadly doesn't have too much to offer in terms of storytelling. The plot is not wholesome or original, and other than the protagonist, characters are memorable but lack certain depth to themselves. You have characters like the wise architect and his indulgent wife, the actress who is trying to get into character for her next film, the nasty filmmaker and his pregnant naive wife, sexy neighbor upstairs and her young illegitimate son, and so on. Don't get me wrong, they're all great and play their parts well, but ultimately they don't stand out much and get consumed by the visuals of the film itself. The thematic element behind the purpose of this film is obviously a comment on the inevitability of civilization's downfall, and the decadence becomes overbearing in some parts of the film. One of the clever instances that I found in the film is when the high society people try writing down the most essential elements for their class to survive. The actress proclaims, "What about cake?" Was this a throwback to the infamous quote of Marie Antoinette and her "let them eat cake" statement? I wouldn't be surprised if it was. The film is very clever in such ways. But there is one aspect of the film that sadly so many films nowadays is lacking in. The music. Oh my lord, the soundtrack of the film is just simply outstanding. And it's easily my favorite part of the film. I didn't even know they made soundtracks like these for films anymore. It has a very 70s/80s techno vibe to it, and fits perfectly to the visuals of the film. Just check out this scene. Hiddleston's character is exploring his new building, and how well the visuals and music is balanced between it. Clint Mansell is the genius behind it, so check his stuff out. It's amazing. Overall, there's so much I can talk about this film, but I would rather let people experience the film instead. As I said before, it's a fairly flawed film. The third act of the film is not in par with the first two, and it becomes repetitive at times. The ending also might seem too shallow and unsatisfying to many. But if you have a strong Hollywood explosion fatigue, would like to watch a film with real heart and originality, watch High-Rise. You won't be disappointed. And I give this film a 3.5 stars out of 5.
What have you got there?
A kaleidoscope?
What can you see through that thing?
The future.